Diddy's never-ending saga has uncovered secrets and scandals, piece by piece, drawing everyone into the chaos. Once closely tied to Diddy, Jennifer Lopez now stands far from the chaos, refusing to step into the spotlight. But ironically, her attempts to avoid the spotlight have only pulled her closer to it. People can't help but wonder, what is she hiding? Is her silence just self-preservation? Or does she know something we don't?
Where we had to like hold each other like this, you know, we was gonna do some salsa dancing, and then so I'm holding like this, then I look up and I look into her eyes, and I just fell in love from right then and there. It was just like the first time I fell in love, like love at first sight.
Late 1990s, New York City was a living, breathing soundtrack of hip-hop beats, flashing lights, and ambitious stars hustling their way to the top. Jennifer Lopez was making her mark in the middle of this electric atmosphere. From her breakout role in Selena to her debut album on the 6th, she became a household name. But it wasn't just her talent that had people talking. It was her high-profile relationship with none other than Sean Diddy Combs. At the time, Diddy was unstoppable, as we all know. He was a cultural force. His label, Bad Boy Records, was redefining hip-hop, pumping out hits from artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, and Maze. And Diddy's charisma? It was oh so magnetic. So when news broke that he and J.Lo were an item, it was like two megastars colliding. They were glamorous, bold, and unapologetically in love, quickly earning the title of the ultimate power couple. Their romance was a public spectacle. Red carpets became their runway as they stunned the world with their matching outfits, icon looks, and undeniable chemistry. Behind the scenes, their relationship blurred the lines between business and pleasure. Diddy wasn't just J.Lo's boyfriend, but he was a key player in her music career, helping shape her sound and elevate her stardom. Together, they were unstoppable. A perfect storm of talent, ambition, and influence.
She was married at the time, so I was in my own relationship, so I had to have self-control. And then we just became friends. I was a dancer, she was a dancer. I was ambitious, she was ambitious. I was a workaholic, she was a workaholic.
Meanwhile, another titan was rising in the same circles, Jay-Z. He was quickly solidifying his place in the hip-hop hierarchy, and his friendship with Diddy, it was the kind of bond that came from sharing stages, strategies, and a vision for turning music into an empire. The two were collaborators and confidants, dominating the industry together. What's fascinating is how interconnected their lives were. J.Lo, through her relationship with Diddy, often found herself in the same spaces as Jay-Z, whether at exclusive parties, while their dynamics weren't front-page news at the time. The trio was a part of a larger narrative, a web of relationships that defined the late 1990s hip-hop and pop culture. This is a story that feels larger than life, yet somehow shrouded in mystery. But what really went on behind the curtains of their public personas, and how did those relationships shape not just their careers, but their entire present? Well, as the new millennium approached, the dazzling romance between Jennifer Lopez and Diddy faced a formidable test. On a quiet December night in 1999, the couple found themselves at Club New York, a hotspot in Manhattan's vibrant nightlife scene. But what began as a night of celebration quickly spiraled into chaos when gunfire erupted inside the club, leaving 3 people injured. In the immediate aftermath, both Jennifer and Diddy were detained by the police for questioning. The media had a field day, splashing their images across headlines and fueling speculation about their involvement. Jennifer, who had been on a meteoric rise in her career, suddenly found herself entangled in a scandal that threatened to overshadow her achievements. After thorough questioning, she was cleared of any wrongdoing and released. Diddy, however, faced serious charges, including weapons violations and bribery. The legal proceedings that followed were nothing short of a spectacle. Diddy's trial became a media circus, with every detail dissected by the press. In a surprising revelation, a former bodyguard claimed that on the day of the verdict, Diddy performed a ritual involving the release of a bird in Central Park, allegedly seeking good fortune. When the verdict was finally delivered, Diddy was cleared of all charges, while his associate, Jamal Shine Barrow, was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The strain of the trial and the relentless media scrutiny took a heavy toll on Jennifer and Diddy's relationship. Reports began to surface about Diddy's unfaithfulness, further eroding the trust between them. Jennifer, reflecting on this period, described it as a confused and scary time in her life.
He was larger than life, but at first I didn't like him at all. You know, I didn't. I thought he was like, you know, ick. I didn't like him because, you know, Sean and I were very different that way. You know, I was very like family oriented, and that's how I was raised. Once I got to know him, and, you know, we became friends first, and then we developed this bond. We both understood where we were at that time in our lives, and we both knew nobody else understood exactly how we felt. So in that way, we kind of bonded.
By 2001, the couple decided to part ways, bringing an end to their high-profile romance. In the wake of the breakup, Jennifer channeled her energy into her career, determined to distance herself from the controversies that had plagued her relationship with Diddy. She continued to make strides in both music and film, solidifying her status as a global superstar. Her interactions with Jay-Z remained strictly professional, with both artists maintaining mutual respect within the industry.
That I could always see you getting back with Puffy in a little way.
I remember you said
Yes.
that. Yes.
Or in my mind.
Look at that. Look it.
Or in my mind, getting together permanently with
well, first of all.
But even as she moved forward, questions lingered. How did the secrets of that fateful night at Club New York shape Jennifer's path? What unspoken truths lay beneath the surface of her relationships with two of hip-hop's most influential figures? The answers remain elusive, adding an air of mystery to a story that continued to captivate the public's imagination. But just as these questions were gonna be buried, it happened. Diddy got arrested. Allegations were piling up, and just as we thought things couldn't get any worse, new allegations came up. In 2024, a fresh wave of controversy hits the headlines, this time targeting both Diddy and Jay-Z. A lawsuit emerges, making explosive claims that the two men were involved in the assault of a 13-year-old girl at an after-party. Following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards, this is a shocking revelation, one that shakes the entertainment industry to its core. But what does it have to do with Jennifer? The resurfacing of old photos from the after-party intrigued the people a lot. The photos that show none other than Jennifer Lopez standing by Diddy's side. Naturally, the media goes wild. People begin to wonder, did Jennifer know about what happened? Was she an innocent bystander? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? The speculation begins to swirl, and with her history tied to Diddy and Jay-Z, the public can't help but ask questions. The photos bring back memories of a time when she was intimately connected to both men, her relationship with Diddy and her professional ties to Jay-Z, who were both well-known figures in her life. But despite the media frenzy and endless rumors, Jennifer Lopez remains silent. She doesn't rush to the press to defend herself or give her side of the story. Instead, she chooses to focus on what matters most, her career and personal life. Lopez is no stranger to public scrutiny, and this situation is no different. Her silence only fuels the fire though. The media dissects her every move, questioning the impact of her past associations on her life. Some wonder if she's somehow complicit in the allegations, while others rally behind her, acknowledging that she has always been a survivor in the public eye. Yet, even as she moves forward, there's a lingering question that hangs in the air. Could the resurfacing of these allegations and the way they've caused people to re-examine her past be the catalyst for a more complicated chapter in her life? As her fame skyrocketed in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Jennifer found herself at the center of not just the music and film worlds, but also the gossip columns, where every relationship, especially her high-profile ones with men like Diddy and later Ben Affleck, was dissected by the media. The spotlight may have dimmed on Jennifer Lopez for a moment, but her past continues to echo in the present. The truth behind her connections with Diddy and Jay-Z remains shrouded in mystery, and as more details emerge, the question remains: what will it mean for her future, and how much will she truly reveal? For Jennifer, navigating these dynamics meant constantly walking a fine line. On one hand, she had to prove herself as a talented actress, singer, and businesswoman, while on the other, her personal life was relentlessly examined. Her relationship with Diddy in particular placed her in the crosshairs of public attention, and when their romance hit a rough patch, Jennifer faced not only the typical heartbreak, but the added challenge of dealing with the media frenzy that followed. Despite this, she pushed through, focusing on her career and refusing to let the drama define her. Another theme that emerges from her story is the complex intersection of personal and professional lives, particularly for women in the entertainment industry. Jennifer's relationships, both personal and professional, often intertwined, influencing the trajectory of her career. Whether it was working alongside Diddy or navigating the fallout from their breakup, these moments shaped the way she was perceived in the public eye. But what do you think? Is Jennifer Lopez truly responsible for anything here? Or are we just digging too deep into things that may not be hers to own? Maybe she's simply being caught in the whirlwind of a much larger, more complicated story. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And hey, if you're curious to dive deeper into more Diddy stories and Hollywood drama, don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos.